Maxwell, an English doctor, traveling from Paris to Bourg St. Maurice, settles into his bunk, 9E. He puts on his eye mask and goes to sleep. Another traveler, Jorg, enters the compartment. He wakes Maxwell up, trying to push his luggage under the seat. He keeps disturbing Maxwell through the noises, and farting, and coughing. He opens the window to spit. Maxwell asks him to close it. He climbs up to the bunk 9D, farting all the way up. He starts snoring, which again disturbs Maxwell. A couple, Kath and Les, enter. They are going for their daughter's wedding. Kath tries to open her bag, which wakes Maxwell. Les turns on the light to check their seats, but then turns it off immediately. The top two bunks are theirs, but Jorg is sleeping in Les's bed, so they both climb onto 9 instead. They keep talking loudly, which disturbs Maxwell. He asks them to be quiet. Shona, an Australian backpacker, enters. She talks loudly on the phone, and swears a lot. She puts her bag on 9C, and leaves the compartment. Maxwell closes the door behind her. Kath and Les laugh at Maxwell, and starts getting undressed. Due to lack of room on a single bed, Les wakes Jorg up. They don't understand each other's language. Kath explains to him through signs that he is in Les's bed. Jorg thinks he is asking him to sleep with his wife. Kath shows him his ticket, but he still doesn't understand. Maxwell helps by translating everything in German. Jorg switches to 9F, and Les climbs into 9D. Maxwell yells at Kath that he has an important interview tomorrow, and he is trying to sleep. Les turns the pillow over, and settles into the bed. Les's travel alarm starts beeping. Kath asks him to turn it off, but he says it'll only last 30 seconds. Some time later, Shona enters, with an English Trustafarian, Hugo. They sit on 9C, and open a can of beer. They start sharing travel stories with each other. Shona asks if they should go to his carriage, but he says he likes it here, more than his first-class carriage. They start making out with each other. A face appears behind them. The man falls to the ground. They turn on the lights. Maxwell, being a doctor, checks the man's pulse, and confirms that he is dead. Maxwell leaves to get a guard, and tells everyone to stay put, and not let anyone else inside. Hugo wants to go back to his first class, but Les stops him, and asks him to wait until the guard comes. Jorg checks for the man's pockets, and finds a family photo. Maxwell returns alone. He couldn't find anyone, and all the carriages are closed. Jorg proposes that they use the emergency stop. Les takes out a shoe to break the glass. Just as he is about to, Hugo reveals that he doesn't have a ticket. He is broke, and has no money. He hangs around the toilets, until he can find someone who can help him. Les says he still has to do it. Maxwell says that he has an interview at WHO in Geneva, and if they stop the train, there will be a major delay. It took him 18 months to arrange this appointment, and he doesn't want to miss it. He suggests putting the body back in bed, and continuing with the journey. Kath disagrees, and asks Les to smash the glass. Les says that they have a wedding to attend tomorrow, and fears that they might miss the wedding. Maxwell agrees that alerting the authorities will cause delay to both of them. Kath is very angry with Les. Les thinks Kath is overreacting. Maxwell explains everything to Jorg. Maxwell wants to put the body back, but Shona starts making a speech about him. After the speech, they put the body back onto 9B. They turn off the lights. Hugo, having nowhere else to go, climbs onto the bunk with the dead body. Les lies sleepless, in her bed. In the morning, Les notices Kath missing. The train suddenly brakes to a halt. Hugo and the corpse fall to the ground. Maxwell thinks that Kath stopped the train. Shona opens the window, and says there's a body on the tracks. Jorg starts shitting in Kath's shoebox. Shona tells them that the train has hit a deer. Kath arrives, and notices the shit smell. The train resumes, after a 32-minute delay. Kath says to Les that after the wedding, they are going to find out who the man was, where's his family, and they are going to go to his funeral. Maxwell gets a call from his driver. The driver tells him they are also waiting for another candidate, a Dr. Meyer, who is also on the same train. After the call, Maxwell apologizes to the dead body, revealing that he killed the man, who he believed to be Dr. Meyer. But in another twist, it is revealed that Jorg was the real Dr. Meyer. Maxwell killed the wrong man, because the man climbed onto the bunk of Dr. Myers, and Myers took another bunk, instead of waking the man. Myers shakes Maxwell's hands, and tells him, "May the best man win." The episode ends with Maxwell looking at the body in silence. Like and subscribe for more videos like this.